Okay, so how to use effects effectively. All this is going into is a compressor and a reverb, Boss compressor and a reverb, and it's coming through an amp. You can't see it because there's no point. You know, there would be a point of me showing you if I got a DI lead that I could take from the amp. It's a Roland Chorus AC40 amp, if anybody wants to know. This is what I'm going through. I mean, listen to this sound, man. You hear that behind it? That's how you use echo or reverb. You know, that's not a delay. That's like a reverb. So on the tune that I was playing last, the Isaac Guillory Surrendell tune, is the perfect. If you haven't got much money and you want a good effect for it, I mean, if you're a lead player, don't bother watching this video. This is not for lead players. This is for rhythm players that play a bit of lead here and there. And I use the effects like Isaac used them. I've tried to emulate Isaac's sound. I've even got the same model guitar that he got, although this is different. This has got a cool tube in it. But I don't know if you remember that chord, the E. Play like an E, like that. And then instead of playing the third note, that note, you move it up one with your little finger and play like that. And then you go to A, and you got your little finger on there on the G string on the 4th fret, and you can go. And then you've also got, I'll just put it onto my other knee because my back's hurting. I've got I'm not going to bitch about it, but I've got a back problem. Okay, so you're starting off with a bass E. You're going through a compressor. You've got a nice punchy sound, and you got a bit of reverb behind it, and you want to make it sound nice, you know. So the technique that Isaac, the main thing that I can give to you as a humble guitar player is Isaac's use of effects, which he was very limited, which he used. And I'm pretty sure he used a compressor. I can, you know, I've been a musician for some time, and I know he used a bit of reverb. So you got that chord that you're basically barring with your first finger. Excuse me. You're barring with your first finger the D on the 4th fret. You bar on the D like that. Okay, but you don't play the da. You don't play that. You just play the. Sorry, I've got that wrong. I do apologise. It's that. So you're playing 4th fret, and you go da down. So it's that. So that's just playing the chords, and you can hear that the reverb kind of carries it along. So when you bring the lead part in, you've got the reverb to kind of like back it up. So if you're not a lead player like me and you can only play like certain notes, this tune is perfect for you, because you can just go. Sorry. So the reverb carries the lead over, so you can play a bit of lead, then you can go into the rhythm part, play a bit of lead, back into the rhythm part. Well, that was one of Guillory's techniques. There's also one of his other techniques. I don't know if this is because I think my batteries are going flat on here. I don't know if it's tuning right, but I've got. So I'm sorry if I'm flat or sharp or whatever. Okay, so everybody drop your D. Sorry, drop your bass E to D. And then you got your blues scale here. So you're just keeping the bass line going. That's all it is. But with your other fingers, using your thumb and your forefinger to do that, with your other three fingers, the main two, you go. And then you can go. Hold it. So that's kind of a very quick way of demonstrating how you use an effect to kind of cover not so brilliant playing. But that's it. Simple using effects. I would recommend if you're on a budget and you've got a nice amp, you've got a nice electroacoustic, you want to hear what it sounds like through whatever. I would recommend a Boss compressor and a Boss reverb unit. You know, with a few different settings on it, which is what this has got. So that's about it really. I'm on 920. But this is a nice chord. Obviously, remember this one I showed you last video. Anyway, I'm drifting off somewhere. Respects to Isaac Guillory, who, without him, I wouldn't have this beautiful guitar. I wouldn't be able to play these cool chords that Isaac showed me, and know about how to kind of work your guitar, get the best out of it. I will say this, that in Isaac's latter years, before he died in the year 2000, at the age of 54. God bless you, Isaac. God bless you, mate. God bless you. So check him out. Check Isaac Guillory out. He's a guitarist, you know. He's a musician's musician. Although he was a big hit in the folk scene, he hitchhiked on the back of Al Stewart. He was playing flamenco guitar for Al Stewart, you know. I can play flamenco guitar, you know. But, you know, that kind of stuff. And but a million times better. And at the end of the Al Stewart session, came up to Isaac and whispered in his ear and said, "You've got 20 minutes, go for it." So he did 2 songs, and he was such a hit. This was at the Cambridge Folk Festival, and I reckon it was probably, as I met Isaac in about 1995, something like that. And I think that it was probably maybe 10 years before that, even, that, you know, that he was around there, and he was just a hit, you know, he had a Martin D35 guitar, beautiful mother of pearl. He got this lovely Martin pickup in it, or whatever, another pick, you know. He got this beautiful sound. And of course, then he got the Takamine. They brought out these amazing guitars, of which this is the model that my hero played. I'll say again. So I'm on 12, 45, 46. Take care of yourselves. Oh, by the way, this lockdown stuff, right? I've still got masks here, okay, and I still use them when I go in shops. Don't get lured into a false sense of security if the PM, Prime Minister, comes on and says something like, "Oh, you know, we're loosening the be careful, alright? Just be careful, just in case." God bless. Alright, I hope you got something from this anyway. I hope the sound of the amp was heard.